Folks, welcome to another episode of Andrew's Life. I hope everyone's doing great so far today or evening, whatever time of day you're watching this video. Now, we all know that this economy has been taking a crap for the last several months to a year, depending on how you look at things. A lot of people have lost their jobs. A lot of people are currently going through home foreclosures. A lot of people have had their vehicles repoed. You got a lot of people out here fed up with the current job market, working jobs that they don't like, working jobs that are underpaid. You got a lot of people that went to college, did well in school, graduated with a bachelor's degree or higher, and are still having to settle for jobs that pay less than $15 an hour in many cases. You know what? It's a frustrating time right now uh, in America. Now, obviously, I don't have a college degree. However, for those of you that are frustrated with the current economy, you know, I'm 44 years old. I've been through the 2008 recession, so a lot of what I see going on right now is a reminder of what went on during the last recession. Now, granted, this recession is not going to be exactly like 2008. There's going to be differences. Every recession, there's going to be some kind of a difference. But there's several things that go on in a recession that really don't change, such as job losses, people having to tighten up their budget, the increased amount of people that become homeless. Oh, uh, now obviously nobody really wants to think about becoming homeless. Nobody really wants to think about the day where they might lose their job and now they no longer have money to pay the mortgage or to pay their rent, and they could possibly be out in these streets. So I just want to give you guys some pointers of how to prepare for the worst. Like, obviously, if you're working, keep stacking money. Uh, if if you've been blessed to be able to purchase a home and your home purchase still proves to be a blessing in your eyes, obviously keep paying the mortgage. If you like where you live and you're paying rent, keep doing your thing, keep paying rent, stay in good terms with your landlord. However, here's something that I think everybody ought to do in preparation for when crap hits the fan. And rather you're a homeowner or you're renting, whatever the case is, here's something that I think every adult ought to have in place when crap hits the fan. Now, if you're one of these people that, maybe you have, I don't know, $1 million or two or a few stashed away, then what I'm getting ready to say, most likely you're not going to have to do it because you got plenty of money to take care of your business in the event that you lose your job. But most people don't have that kind of money. I don't have that kind of money. I wish I did, but I don't. But anyways, you know, now the first thing which I would encourage everybody to do is either A, when it comes to your primary mode of transportation, make sure it's a big enough vehicle to where if you had to, you can live out of it. It like when you take your driver's seat or your passenger seat and uh, you lower as low as it will go, that it will at least be somewhat comfortable enough to where you can sleep in your car or your vehicle if you had to. Or if you have a bigger vehicle, make sure your back seat is comfortable enough to where you can sleep to where you can sleep across your back seat. Now, I'm a taller person, and if you're a taller person, it wouldn't be a bad idea to maybe keep around a some kind of an SUV or a minivan, or for that matter, any kind of a van. That way, if you lose your job and you're no longer able to continue to pay your rent, you're no longer able to continue to pay your mortgage, and you have no choice but to foreclose on your home, you will at least have a place to live. You'll at least have your vehicle. Now, this vehicle, I mean, it would be ideal that this vehicle is completely paid off. So if you're one of these people, you like newer vehicles, you don't mind doing the car payment thing. Now, me personally, I don't do car payments. I don't like them. I despise them, and I just refuse to participate in that. But if you do have a car, if you do car payments, you know, go ahead and go out here if you haven't already done so. And obviously, if you got the money, if I were you, I would go and buy another vehicle, one that you can pay cash. Like I said, if you can't find some kind of a van, at least buy an SUV. And you don't have to. It doesn't have to be new. It doesn't have to be anything special. I mean, if all you can afford is I don't know, a 1992 Plymouth Voyager, grab that up. A 1996 Chevy Suburban, grab it up. And then when you buy this vehicle, set it up to where you can live out of it. And if you want to know how that is done, I do got a few videos on my channel here to where I show you different setups on my van. I mean, I got a few videos on this channel of of my current van to where I show you guys how I got everything set up for camping and living out of the van while I'm traveling the country. And I also got other uh, videos on this channel of other vans that I used to own to where I show you guys those setups. You got a million other YouTubers that do van life channels, and you can look at their setups as well. But if I were you, that's the first thing that you're gonna want to do. You're gonna want to buy yourself a van or an SUV. No, either fold down the rear seats or take them out altogether and put some kind of sleeping pad in the back. Now for my van, I got a regular. I got one of those twin size waterproof mattresses that you get from a nursing home in my van. So you can get one of those, or you can even just go to Walmart and buy one of those memory foams for about $70. Cut it to the size of your vehicle and throw it in the back of your vehicle, and then of course, just like you would a regular bed, throw your sheets on it, your cover. Make sure you got some kind of a pillow. So, I mean, at the bare minimum, do that. That way, you got a place to live just in case. And another thing you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to have a minimum of $1,000. That way, now $1,000 in this day and age is not a lot of money. It's very easy to go through $1,000 anymore. However, if you have at least $1,000, it will be enough to fill your vehicle up with gas, and plus it'll be enough to buy you a few weeks or so worth of groceries. Now, obviously, with that being said, you're not going to buy your normal groceries. You're going to probably have to compromise and buy cheaper, lower quality food just for the sake of survival. So, to rehash, in order to prepare yourself for homelessness, rather you become homeless or you never become homeless, but just to at least be prepared for that, uh, have, your, have yourself a paid off SUV or a van set up to where you can sleep out of it. Have yourself a minimum of $1,000. Now, if you can save more than $1,000, obviously, the more you're able to save, the better off you'll be. Because let's face it, your vehicle at some point is going to break down. You're going to have to get it fixed. You're going to have to keep up on your oil, on the fluids and your oil changes and all that type of stuff. And obviously, you're going to need money for gas and money for food. And there might be a time where your vehicle is in the shop, so you might have to have a little bit of money to get a hotel room for a night or two. Third thing you're gonna want to do is, if you have a couple of close friends in your life, or you're still relatively close to your family, you might want to go ahead and find out in advance on whether or rather not they would temporarily take you in. Or you might want to find out one way or another what they might be able to do for you if you were to get caught up in a jam. That way, if you get caught up, you know who to go to, you know what to do, and you have at least a little bit of financial resources to get it done. And let's see. And, 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 and another thing you're going to want to do, and this might be a little difficult to do, is whatever job you're working. I'm not saying don't do your work. I'm just saying whatever job you're working, always stay vigilant. Like what I mean is, always keep an ear open for certain type of conversations that might uh, indicate that you could potentially lose your position. Always keep your eyes open and just look for little small indications that you might lose your position. Like if you have, let's say, a team meeting and they get to talking about budget cuts, even if they tell you nobody's losing their job, nothing to worry about here, no one's being let go. I mean, if you like the job, continue to work your job, do what you do, but at the same time, kind of take what they say with a grain of salt. Now, if what they say is true and you keep your job and don't let you go, consider that extra, consider that a blessing. But if they tell you that they're doing budget cuts and you ain't gonna lose your job, take it with a grain of salt. And if you do lose, obviously, if you do lose your job, you at least will have some of the basics put in place to where if you lose your job, you can at least survive. And if you don't already, never mind, skip that one. So yeah, those are the things you're gonna want to do to prepare yourself for homelessness. Have yourself a vehicle that you can sleep in, basically, preferably an SUV or a van. Have it set up to where you can sleep in it. Have yourself a bare minimum of $1,000 worth of emergency money ready to go. And also stay in contact with your close friends and or your family if you're able to do so. There's more I could probably add to this video if I think hard enough, but we're already 15 minutes in and I'm getting tired. I need to get some sleep. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Stay blessed. And like what I do on the channel, you can give videos like this a thumbs up. If you haven't done so, you can go ahead and subscribe to the channel.